Welcome into Green Live, everybody. Sorry we're a little bit late today. We had a little bit of technical difficulties here getting started. But first off, I want to hear about how your guys' weekend was.
Well, from a betting aspect, my weekend was shit. Um, let's see, didn't bet baseball too much. Bet the NASCAR race last night. I was talking to you guys a little bit last night, but the race ended 75 laps short because of rain. So it was really strategies were all thrown off. Cars were staying on the track, just hoping and praying that they were going to get the rain call without having to pit again. I mean, one of the drivers was driving like literally on fumes. His car was about to run out of gas when they called it, and he finished top 10 because of it. So, yeah, I did horrible in the race last night. Yeah, I think I stayed away from baseball for the most part. But other than that, I was up at a lake at my girlfriend's family's cottage, so no complaints for me.
Yeah, that beats what I did. It was 100 degrees here the whole weekend, so I barely stepped foot outside. And when it wasn't hot, it was just downpour rain. So I guess that's the problem with the 100% humidity when you live in a swamp. Yeah, betting wise, not great. I've been really into like prize pick entries and underdog fantasy entries as opposed to just betting MLB games, and went 0 for 10 like on those. So it was not fantastic. But yeah, I'm actually really excited for the home run derby tonight. But after the All-Star game on Tuesday, we are without sports until Friday. So Wednesday, Thursday. You thought this summer was slow in sports. Just wait till Wednesday and Thursday roll around. You're twiddling your thumbs at 7:00 at night, debating whether or not you're going to bet on the WNBA. But yeah, I'm excited for MLB All-Star. I'm really excited again for tonight, and hopefully we can have a better week than we did the previous week.
Yeah, we got Jay Caff's back with us again this week over from Kick. He says, what's up, man? What's going on, Jay Caff? Why you're underselling it a little bit. You did something else this weekend too.
Something else this weekend. Are you talking about our podcast-a-thon?
Yes.
Or pod-a-thon?
Our Scotty Fishbowl pod-a-thon.
Yes. I mean, you know more about this than I did. I was just a gracious extra. You were the main guy on that. But yeah, me and Ben hopped on the pod-a-thon. I believe it was 36 straight hours they were rolling over there. Yeah. Something ridiculous like that. The one dude said he was going to stay up the whole time. Hats off to him. I would need a significant amount of probably Adderall to make it that many hours. But no, it was fun. It was, again, I'm not completely sure what I was doing on there, but it seems like a really cool community they got over there. They're doing some really cool things. I know, Ben, you know more about it than I do, so feel free to share. But yeah, I was just happy to be on and talk some football.
Yeah, it was awesome. Me and Wyatt had a great time. Basically, they're raising money for charity. Jay Caff says WNBA is nice. Baseball has been tough past weeks with betting. It has, man.
It only gets worse from here.
Yeah. But we had a good time over there. We were there for about a half hour, just talking about some fantasy football. So if you guys want to go back and check them out, all the proceeds, if you want to donate to them, that all goes towards Fantasy Cares. So shout out to those guys over there.
And I believe I wasn't super on Twitter today, but I believe I got a notification you selected your first overall guy.
We did get our first selection in. You know who I wanted? I wanted Travis Kelce to fall to me at that 5th spot. He went 101. So there were no chances. There are no chances of me getting him. After that, went Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts. And so, of course, at 5, I had 4 people in my queue, and those were my 4 picks. So at that point, we were looking at Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. We went with Justin Herbert. I feel like, because in this league, you get points for like first downs, you get points for completed passes, and I believe Joe Burrow was 3rd all time in completions last year. So
Burrow or Herbert?
Herbert.
Okay,
yeah. So you kind of have to be familiar with Scotty Fishbowl because the draft is very different. Burrow went right after, Jackson went after him. So McCaffrey actually wasn't even drafted until the 8th spot. So you got to really know that scoring system. Then so far we've got Justin Jefferson, Trevor Lawrence, Jamar Chase, Mark Andrews, Deshaun Watson, Eckler, Kupp. So we are we got 3 picks in front of us right now. But we're already further than we were this time last year. It's a slow draft, so you get 8 hours per pick, and we made it to the second pick of the second round last year after day 1. And so far, we're at the 4th pick in the second round.
That's improvement.
That's improvement. We're getting there. We're getting
I'm
there.
glad you explained scoring a little bit because I was going to kind of come at you there for a minute.
Yeah.
Think Justin Herbert, 5th overall. What are we doing here, Ben?
Yeah.
But that makes some sense.
Yeah, they were talking about it over on the show over there, and I was like, what? Like, this ranking system, or these, whatever your guys' system is, like, we're not even talking McCaffrey, Eckler, even Beach. Like, these guys aren't even in conversation. It's Kelsey and then quarterbacks. So, yeah, I'm not against Herbert. I think, again, he has one of the most talented wide receiver cores in the league. The Chargers also throw the ball almost as much as everyone else in the league. And by the way, the draft was going, it sounded like going 2, 3, 4, all quarterbacks. You're not really sure who you're going to get at your second round pick. So, yeah, you could be stuck with a trash quarterback. So, yeah, I like it. Hopefully, I know Ethan has things to say about Herbert and the Chargers, but yeah, hopefully he proves Ethan wrong.
Hey, all I'm saying is they might be trailing during a lot of games, passing the ball. It's a fantastic pick.
Very true. Very true.
And if Eckler has any touchdown regression or gets injured, he's starting to get up there in age. So I just feel like his upside's crazy. And plus, he plays the AFC West defenses, not the AFC North defenses. That was my deal breaker between Burrow and Herbert.
And Eckler can help you out in the air attack there.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking at, I can get Chubb with the second pick, with my second round pick, which you're not in a 12-team league. You're not looking at that elsewhere.
Also, what a testament to Travis Kelce's fantasy value, going 1st overall in a quarterback-heavy scoring league.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's, what is it? It's 3rd round reversal. So they get the first pick and then it snakes back around to second, but then it starts back at 12 again and goes through. So they're only going to get 2 picks in like the first 2 rounds, and they have to wait a whole nother round again.
Yikes.
Yeah. Tough. Yeah. 2 picks in the first 47.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
They have an extra point, Ethan, it's a full PPR league, but tight ends get an extra point per catch, and they get an extra point per first down.
Okay.
They give full points per first down to, I believe, all the positions. That's why Justin Fields went so high too. I think you get 0.25 per carry.
Oh.
Wow.
What's the scores in this league? Like 400?
Man, yeah, everybody's over 2. Everybody's over 2 at least. Because you get the 11 spots, and I think you can play up to like 4 kickers. It's a really crazy, like, I got to send you guys some screenshots. We'll post them on the social media pages too, because the scoring is just so weird. Like, Justin Tucker's going to go like way high.
Interesting.
Because they get 3.3 points, I think, for every PAT, and then you get 0.1 point for every yard of a field goal. So like Justin Tucker, if he's hitting 60-yard bombs, you're getting 6 points. You're getting a touchdown.
That also, for the extra point scoring, though, you might want to look into the Eagles or the who's the other or the Buffalo. They're the 2 highest scoring teams. Yeah, I mean, if that's how many points extra points are worth, then might be good to look at the highest touchdown scoring teams. Yeah.
And so we can get to the sports betting stuff here a little bit faster. If you guys do want to know more about Scotty Fishbowl and the scoring and stuff, we do have an article out right now on our page at bettergreen.com that I wrote about really the history and everything. I think Wyatt, you gave it a read, and it kind of helped give you some insight about that whole thing over there. So go read that. We have our fantasy guide out now also. We've sold a couple copies of that. Absolutely. Thank you. And you know what? I do want to read a review I got here real quick. And I got it today at 4:30.
Oh, nice.
Say, thank you again for the draft guide. That's a lot of huge content, and I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
had
that's
another one
sick.
that said, dude, this is so much. It's going to take me forever to get through it, but it looks great.
The more the merrier.
Yeah.
That's why we got it out early for them.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't
So
have
thank
to grant.
you everybody that's bought a copy already. And if you haven't bought one, man, get in on it. Get in on it while you can. It's going to give you a crazy edge. Nobody else, if they don't have this guide, then they're not going to have the information you have, because ours is unlike any other draft guide out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's hit it, boys. Let's get to these picks.
Yes,
Let's get to
sir.
these picks. All
We
right.
need something good after last week's debacle.
Oh, God. Yeah, we do. Are
Well,
we
I guess
feeling
that's-
lucky?
Honestly, no.
I don't know. I think I'm feeling a little lucky today.
It's very 4th of July, which is funny because these have nothing to do with 4th of July, but it says, may fireworks spark for you a new enterprise.
Okay. We are, depending how you look at it, we still could be in 4th of July week.
Yeah.
So it's
Within the
relevant.
week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Relevant.
Yeah.
It's relevant.
I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's relevant.
That's all that we need. Something relevant.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Ethan, you and me went 1 and 2. So how about you start, buddy?
All
Get us
right.
back on track.
You don't want the 0-3 to start?
Not yet.
Ben, we share the crown for the week.
Oh, God. You can have
3%,
it.
my friend.
You can have it.
And mine was plus odds, so I guess
Yeah, there you go.
that counts for something. All right. So yeah, I mean, tough week, obviously. No baseball other than the All-Star week, which is where all my plays are going to be coming from here. So I will start. Actually, let me get my DraftKings pulled up. I always have our own live going, and it throws me off.
Yeah.
Let me see here. So my first pick is going to be a home run derby matchup that goes here in just about 2 hours. I'm looking at Pete Alonso against Julio Rodriguez, and I'm going to take a stab at Julio Rodriguez plus 120. It is actually down to plus 115 now, so it looks like I'm not alone there. Pete Alonso, I think, is arguably the biggest name in this derby. I believe he's won. I can't fully remember. Was it 2 in a row? The last 2?
Well, there was a COVID year, so
Okay.
yes, technically 2 in a row.
Okay, yeah. I think he carries a lot of weight. I think people kind of expect him to come in and do it again, which he very well could. But I think Julio Rodriguez, to me, I think Rodriguez wins the whole thing. I think this is kind of a shitty first round matchup here. I think both guys deserve to advance a little bit further. One obviously won't. But at the plus price, I think it's good value on Rodriguez. Just going against Alonso, who, like I said, has had recent dominance in this event. And yeah, ultimately, I think Rodriguez wins the whole thing. So sprinkle Rodriguez outright to win the home run derby, but I'll take him in the first round against Alonso at plus 115 is what's available at right now.
Love it. Do you want 0-3 to go, or is 1 and 2 going next?
Let's go 0-3. Let's do it.
Okay. Well, I'll keep this really easy. I have the same exact bet, and I did bet it earlier, so I got it locked in at plus 125. Again, that's Julio Rodriguez over Pete Alonso in the first round of the home run derby. I also have Julio to win it all. There's a odds boost right now on DraftKings. So he's originally plus 500, but I boosted it to plus 750. But yeah, pretty much the same points as Ethan. Julio Rodriguez came in second last year to Juan Soto. Juan Soto kind of got super lucky with this. Julio Rodriguez in his first 2 rounds had 32 and 33 home runs. And then in the final round, I think he had like 19 and Juan had 20 or something. And then, Juan Soto in his second round last year, like 17, just got lucky because he played an old Pujols in the second round. But anyways, Julio Rodriguez is 22 years old. He's playing at his home stadium. Crowd favorite, obviously being from Seattle. And I just love this kid's energy. I love his passion. I don't care that he's only had 13 homers this season and there's, Pete Alonso has 26. That doesn't matter at all. Pete Alonso is an old man. And if you look at recent years, since 2014, every single home run champ has been under the age of 26. I believe Alonso's now 28 or 29, maybe even 30. So I love Julio's matchup. I think it's too obvious to take Alonso. So plus 125 is also great odds. Also, like Ethan said, sprinkle in him to win it all.
Nice. Absolutely. Let's stick with the Rodriguez talk. So I'm taking total home runs over the 276.5. I saw that number and I was looking at it and I really felt like the under. And the more I researched into it, like the last 2 or 3 years, I think we've had 2 of the top like 5 all-time home run numbers. So I think that continues. Rodriguez obviously being at home where he's familiar with. Pete Alonso, he's chasing the Ken Griffey Jr. Most home run award with 3. So I think that just with the circumstances, there's a lot of good hitters out there today too. Or there are going to be a lot of good hitters out there. So I'm going to go with the over 276.5 at minus 115. And I think we got to throw this up too real quick. JCalf, my man, over at Kick, we're adding you to the Wall of Fame, man. Thank you coming back-to-back weeks. Absolutely. You're up there, my friend. Much love. Hey, much love to you, man. Make sure you're subscribed over on YouTube too, man. That helps us out. And everybody else, if you guys want to get up on the wall, make sure you guys are subscribed to us. Leave us a comment like JCalf over there. We can see you guys leave comments. We can read it. We know you're here. So we appreciate all you guys. Up to 259 now, guys. We're just about to 260. Hoping we can get there this episode.
Yes, sir.
I was going to say race over to YouTube because next one is magical number 260. So,
yes, sir.
Nice number to be at.
Ben, you're taking the big old grand salami of the home run derby.
Yes.
Is what you're taking there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I love it. Good luck keeping track of that. You might need your calculator at the end.
Yeah, I will. I'm taking a page out of Ethan's book.
Yeah. I am a huge under better when it comes to that kind of thing, but how fun of a bet is that? I feel like I might have to take it. Didn't even see it until we started talking about it. I went digging. Yeah, Ben, I might join you on that just for the hell of it.
Do it.
I'm going to stick with the matchup here. We talked about it pre-show. I have a feeling Wyatt might be on it as well, but I'm going to take Adolis Chapman over Randy Arozarena first round. He is currently minus 140. I got him at minus 130 a little bit ago. So, again, looks like people are agreeing with me here in the betting market. But basically, my reasoning for this, we talked before the show, but it seems way too easy to take a Arozarena. I think at the plus odds, I think it's good value just right off of first look there. That's where I initially wanted to go with this play. But then Wyatt brought up points of Garcia's just flying under the radar, not really getting talked about, probably going to win the whole thing. Obviously, I think sharps are probably the ones hitting him because I don't think public is going crazy over fading the Arozarena in favor of Garcia. So I think some sharp money's probably on Garcia here. I think he's going to probably fly under the radar a couple rounds. So I will laid the minus 130. It's minus 140 now. I still like it. Yeah, kind of just a gut play here.
Yeah, I like it. Unfortunately, before I got high on Garcia, I took Arozarena in a parlay, but whatever. I think that's chalked. I just doubled down on Garcia. All right, my next one is going to be a total home run for a player throughout the Derby. I'm taking Luis Robert Jr. total home runs over 38.5 at plus 100. If you look at the bracket, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Derby bracket, but it's kind of very lopsided.
Yes,
in the bottom half, you have Julio Rodriguez, Pete Alonso, Vlad Guerrero, Mookie sucks, but those three guys have all potential to win it all. Vlad and Alonso are the two highest favorites to win it. And then at the top of the bracket where we find Luis Robert Jr., we have him against Aller Rushman, the Baltimore guy. And then we have Garcia and Arozarena. So he's going to get past the first round because Rushman sucks. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. So hopefully he can get 20-something homers there. Even in the second round, I like his matchup. So hopefully, 20 home runs there, you already got the total. But he kind of has a cakewalk, in my opinion, to the championship. So that should come with a bunch of homers to go along with that. At plus 22, it seems too good to be true. Probably a trap, but I'm going to roll with it.
JCAF over here says round 1 winners. He has Julio, Garcia, Guerrero, and Luis Robert. So I like Mookie too,
Okay.
LOL. Let's see. My next one, I'll go to the National League money line. They are on a 9-game losing streak. So Wyatt, the phrase that every bettor uses that is 100% proof, they're due.
They're due.
They're due. They're not going to make it a decade of never winning. The National League money line at plus money, plus 100. I actually like the National lineup better myself, although the American League does have Ohtani. And I think that the actually American League has better reserves, but starter wise, I like the National League.
I haven't even looked at the lineups, but I love good reasoning that they're due. Yeah. I'm sold.
Perfect. Thank you.
Adam Wainwright was due too.
No, he wasn't.
He's due to go 6 feet under.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now I'm debating here what I'm liking. I don't know if I want to double down on fading. I'm going to double down. I'm going to fade Pete Alonso twice here. I'm going to take under 42.5 home runs for Pete Alonso. Again, I think he loses to Rodriguez in the first round. Even if he doesn't, I think he gets Guerrero in the next round. So that would at most, I think Guerrero could beat him too. If he goes 3 rounds, obviously he's winning or going over 42.5 more than likely. But yeah, I think there's a good chance he doesn't make it out of round 1. If he makes it out of round 1, I think there's still a decent chance he stays under 42.5. Yeah, I mean, probably not, but there's a chance he's under 42.5.
Yeah, last year, I think he had 20 and then 21 in round 1 and 2.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it's definitely doable.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, again, this is kind of how I operate with a lot of my betting. I fade the hot hand, fade the guy that everyone else wants to be on. I think that's Alonso. So I'll stick to that. I'll take Alonso under 42.5 minus 125.
I love it. I love it. My final bet is a prop bet for the home run derby. I'm going to take the longest home run under 490.5 feet. It's at minus 145, but I did make it so if that bet wins, all my futures and all other bets wash. So it'll be, complete wash. But basically, thought process from this one. Last year's home run derby, the longest home run was Juan Soto at 483. This year's home run derby is at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. The longest home run ever recorded in that stadium is 470 feet. Obviously, they're not getting pitched meatballs in that record. But I did look at Seattle's forecast. It's looking like the wind is blowing in. It's looking like it's perfect weather, which means the dome's going to be open. I just love it's like 70 degrees too, which I read has something to do affecting the ball's velocity. I have no freaking idea, but everything's pointing towards the under of that. I understand it's heavily juiced at minus 145, but I wanted to have fun and I sprinkled a bunch of home or derby outrights. So this is just my bet to wash everything in case the outrights lose, and I am extremely confident it's going to hit.
Jesus Christ, Wyatt. That analysis just made me pop a half chub, dude. Gee, he's talking about the wind movement and the roof being open at temperature.
I honestly just looked at a couple dudes' write-ups, and they all said, "But the dome's open. It's perfect weather. It's going to go under." So
beautiful.
I don't know.
Love
watch it be thunderstorm and 15 mile per hour out. Yeah.
Well, I switched mine mid-show after all the Rosarena hate. I was watching or reading Sportsbook Wire, and they have him as their outright winner of the entire thing.
I saw that.
Brian, can I stop you just for one moment?
Yeah.
This is normally where you thrive. fading your two counterparts here. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
You,
But you do you.
you know what? This is better in green. I'm riding with my better in green boys. Sportsbook Y doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. So we're hopping over the WNBA because I don't have time to look at anything else. We're going to go with the Connecticut Sun money line over Chicago, whatever the hell their name is.
Sorry, I don't know a whole lot about they're the Connecticut Sun,
The Connecticut Sun.
singular,
Yes. Yeah,
And
here,
the
look.
Chicago Sky.
in the Chicago sky.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Connecticut Sun. Yeah, I'll be damned.
Oh, you did.
the sun beats the sky every time.
You're not wrong.
That's true.
Even
So,
if
you
you're
know-
wrong, right.
You know, there's like that thing of like naming every single professional sports team without ending in an S. And
Yeah.
There's like 5 or whatever. WNBA might have a buttload. Don't they have like the Fever too?
Yep.
The fever,
And
the storm.
Mercury, Storm. Do they have any
Yeah.
S team?
Sparks.
Sparks,
Mystics.
Mystics.
The Dream, though. They got the Dream. The Liberty.
Yeah.
Is
Yep.
it Aces or Ace?
Aces.
Hmm.
They got the Lynx. LYNX.
Oh God, they
Oh,
have a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
They have a lot. That would screw up that trivia question for sure.
Yeah.
'Cause I think
Four,
there's like 5.
4 of 12.
Magic,
4 of
the
12
Wild,
with S.
the Jazz,
Yeah, Heat, Jazz, Wild,
Magic.
Magic. There's one more. I think it's NHL
Oh.
too.
White Sox, Red Sox.
Yeah. I don't know. But now that we have the WNBA,
Yeah.
that
there's
list
about
is going to
80.
be 30.
Is it because, like, there's not enough people to watch, so they don't feel like they can be plural?
That might be a good point.
I don't
Yeah.
know. The crowd went wild for Brittany Griner's slam last night.
I
Did
did
the hot
see
dog
that
vendor
video.
go wild?
I saw that video, and a guy responded in the comments, "The crowd went mild."
Dude, I saw the exact. You saw
Yeah,
that
good.
too.
I love a good WNBA joke.
Um,
Damn, I'll be betting on it Wednesday, Thursday though.
yeah. I might be going back to a good old Volkanov or Slanakakov in Russian table tennis for
Yeah, there you
Wednesday,
go.
Thursday.
Yeah, I love it.
Next point.
I do have a thing to add on the home run derby. I went way too far into research, but in addition to that thing where I think since 2015 the winner's been under the age of 26. Since 2001, so this is 21 because of the COVID year. 21 consecutive home run derby winners have been over 205 pounds, and 20 out of the 21 have been over 210 pounds. So that should rule out Mookie and should rule out Rosarina. Mookie's 180, Rosarina is 185. But everyone else are pretty beefy boys. Garcia's only 205, but does stay inside the category. But yeah, we got some, seems like beefy boys, which makes sense, have the stamina to win the home run derby. But yeah, I went on a rabbit hole of weight. Yeah. So there's some big boys. Prince Fielder, believe it or not, 800 pounds. He won it twice. But yeah, it turns out being big, having a big ass, big body, propels you to win the home run derby. So keep that in mind. Don't fall for the Mookie cheese. Don't fall for the Rosarina cheese, even though I did. But yeah, just a little tidbit for you.
What Julio's scale tip out at?
228. He's thick.
Dude, that's shocking to me.
Yeah, I looked this whole thing up. I thought, Soto was probably, 190, 200. Soto's 225. Like these dudes are big. Yeah. Yeah.
He's solid.
That's
Hey.
your winner right there.
That's the winner.
It is.
Yeah, there's some big boys. Just some recent guys. Alonso's 245. Judge is 285. He's also 6'9". Harper's 210. Giancarlo Stanton's 245. Todd Frazier's 215. Cespedes or whatever his name is 210. Vladdy senior is 230. Ryan Howard was 245. I didn't even put Prince Fielder's weight because I know he's probably 300. But yeah, some big boys. So, and Mookie's interview today says he doesn't think he can win. So you can't bet on a guy that doesn't believe in himself.
Oh, absolutely. None of those players do roids, though. You know, everyone's over 210 pounds, but no roids.
That's true. That's true.
I'm so glad you said that, Ethan, because it made me. I was just about to ask that question. Should players be able to roid for the All-Star game? Yes.
I would. Let's let them dope. Do a little blood doping. Yeah. Because that only lasts 24 hours.
Okay.
Blood dope them for the Derby. Blood dope them for the All-Star game, and then they're good to go come Fridays back to regular season. That'll be perfect.
Did you have any experience in that, Wyatt?
Blood doping? No, I wish.
I saw a video on Twitter today of one of the guys. He didn't even full swing. He swung it to just right in front of his body, and it went out of the ballpark. And they're like, the roid era was crazy.
Yeah,
I miss it.
I can barely hit a softball into the outfield of a softball stadium.
Yeah.
And they have wooden bats, which is I'm all for them souping up the ball, making the balls go distance and roiding or blood doping for the Derby. Yeah. Just add to the fun.
Yeah.
Also have a machine that pitches the ball 130 miles per hour though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Right down the pipe every time.
Yeah. Okay, not 130, but yeah, they could just get a machine that just gives them a meatball, like a 60 mile per hour meatball down the middle every single time. That'll be fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's still fun to watch. I'm just trying to find ways to make it even more fun. Trying to make Ben's grand salami of total home runs to hit.
Thank you.
In the first round.
Yeah.
In the first player.
Did we have anything else today? Because I know I had a few questions.
Did any of you guys have MLB futures at the halfway point?
Oh, yes. I do not, but I can look some up. Do you? That's the real question, because I know you probably do.
I actually don't, but I was looking at some just to just discussions. I don't know. I actually don't see a ton of value in the World Series winner. But I think if you want any value, I would look at Houston plus 800 or Texas plus 1300. Maybe the Yankees plus 1800, but we always know how that goes. Yeah, couldn't lay 330 with the Braves as the favorite, 550 with the Dodgers. Tempting. I'd probably need a little bit more for them. Rays plus 600 maybe. That's not horrible. Once you get much past there, I just like the Orioles at 22-1 is pretty intriguing. I just absolutely cannot see them winning, which is holding me back from them. Yeah, that's about all I have for that. Division winner, I think you can get solid value on the Guardians to win the AL Central. It's a complete trash division, but they're plus 130, currently in the lead just by, I think, a half game over the Twins. Twins are minus 140. I think that one comes down to the wire, so kind of like the Guardians there. But yeah, I've not bet any of these personally.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. Nothing is sticking out of the page to me. I will not be taking the Rays to win it all. I'll tell you that. The Rays will not be winning the World Series this year. But yeah, nothing's really sticking out of the page. I can't find my MVP odds yet on this DraftKings because I guess Virginia doesn't allow it. But I remember I said to take the field against Acuna. I think Acuna fell off a little bit this last 2 weeks since I said that. So the field's probably looking pretty good in the what's that? The NL, or is that AL? I don't know. Whatever team the Braves are in. Yeah.
He is currently minus 330.
Oh, God.
Plus 230.
Wow, yeah, so he went up because he was
Well-
minus 190.
Oh,
Yeah, and the field was like plus something, 110 or something, or plus 130. Wow, so yeah, okay, maybe I was wrong. Don't take that then. That's crazy to me because
seems
Arraez
weird.
is going to win the most hits.
yeah, but I saw Acuna was on pace for like, what was it? 40 home runs, 40 stolen bases by,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was like going to break some record for that.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. But
To me, it's just, I mean, if he stays healthy, he's going to win it, but will he stay healthy for another half of the year? Or, yeah, I mean, even if he misses a month,
right.
chances are probably shot. So I still like the any other player, to be honest.
That's a plus 290.
230.
Still, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we would have listened to the college women's basketball season and taken the field against who was it? South Carolina, we would have been rich.
And it was easy.
Yeah, it's too hard when, you can't take a guy versus the field, especially halfway through the season. That's outlandish.
Shohei versus the field, minus 800.
Oh, shit.
He has more of a chance of getting injured.
Dude, that guy, he needs to get out of LA.
Yeah.
But the problem is he's going to be worth $1 billion.
Right.
Crazy.
Interesting. I'd almost take the field on him too. Plus 500. I mean, my lord. Anywho, yeah. Wanted to touch on it, but I don't see a ton of great value out there.
Just plus 500. No, Tani's
Just
minus 800.
Just needs a little whoop elbow. What was that? Hold him out from pitching anymore. All he does is hit now on DH twice a week. I don't know. Could happen.
That's wild.
Didn't Acuna just get hurt last year, or was it 2 years ago now?
I think it was no. They won it last year, didn't they? I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, they did one. No, they won 2 years ago. Houston won last year.
Oh, so it's probably last year. Yeah, in the outfield, didn't he tear his ACL or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the beginning of the season too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that must have been last year then.
Because I had Fernando Tatis to win the MVP that year, and when Acuna went down, I thought it was in the bag, and it wasn't even close. That's another thing. At this point, Tatis was like minus 600 or something crazy that year, and yeah, didn't even come close to winning it. But,
God, baseball's weird.
It is.
Have you guys had a chance to check out my new article that went up today on BetterGreen.com?
I have not looked at it yet. No,
I have not either.
I ranked the top 20 City Connect jerseys. If you want a good laugh, that's a good article for you.
Ranking MLB City Connect jerseys by Mr. Ben Bentley. Oh, good heavens! All right, just as a quick, I'll be your eyes for everyone listening. The Boston Red Sox looks absolutely terrible.
It looks like the Philly, the Eagles.
Yeah, it really does.
Ooh, okay. Well, you had Miami Marlins 18. On first glance, I don't mind those.
Yeah, I gotta say, I love San Francisco.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's a good that's a good caption. Yeah, the Giants is bland. Braves are gross, look like the all-star jerseys.
Yeah.
Ew, Rockies looks like they could have had potential there.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The mountains are just way too high. Looks like the mountains are going to choke you. Also, the font is incredibly boring. God, these are, oh my God.
The White
Texas
Sox.
Rangers with the cream?
I
I've
like the
seen that
cream
color
color,
before.
That's what I said.
but this one isn't good. It just isn't as bad as the others.
Ah, the South Side. Cool affliction shirt, Dad. Are the White Sox like the Clippers? Are they equivalent
Yes.
teams?
Yes.
Just the
1,000%.
crappier team in their town, kind of more ghetto.
Yeah. With the worst jersey and the worst
Yeah.
history.
Baltimore is interesting. Looks like a T-shirt almost.
Yeah. If you guys want to read what they're reading, the article's out now over at bettergreen.com. We haven't shared it yet since we shared a different article today, but it'll go out of the social medias tomorrow.
Ooh, the Angels is nice.
Yeah.
I am one of those frat guys that totally loves the like Miami Vice. This isn't really Miami Vice, but the San Diego
Padres.
jerseys.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude. Yes.
I'm one of those. I do always like those.
Ooh, Kansas City kind of sharp.
Read the
Even though
first
they
line.
suck.
Read the first line.
Sure, they might stink, but they can look good while doing so.
I mean, I feel like all the captions are spot on.
The Brew Crew, that is pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, the Brewers are sick. Where's the Tigers?
I know.
They don't have one.
God, those freaking bastards. They screwed their draft pick. Now they screw the city jerseys.
I know. Only
These
20
freaking
teams,
guys.
man. 10's still out.
Tigers are too stuck in the past to be doing shit like this.
Did you see their draft pick?
Yeah.
They pass up Wyatt, who is a unanimous number 3, to get this freaking high schooler. And it's just, you can't screw up like that, but they screw up. At least they got to bring Cat yesterday for the Red Wings.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was a plus. That was a plus. Shout out Alex Brinkat.
It's the first big
Please come on our
signing.
podcast. His wife went to Hillsdale with me, my grade.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah. I'll get him on.
Do it, man. Do it.
Nah, that guy's terrifying. Never met him. Looks terrifying.
Well, I reached out to an Olympian the other day. Haven't heard back yet, but we'll see.
Caitlyn Jenner?
No, Jaden Cox. I had to wrestle him in high school.
Oh,
And now
okay.
he's a bronze Olympic medalist. So,
Nice.
we'll see. We'll see.
Bo Nickel was a sweat on Saturday night, huh?
Yeah, wasn't that the most stressful 39 seconds of your life? Jesus Christ, dude.
Cashed in on that one. Dollar won me 3 cents.
Yeah. $24,000 wins you 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally worth it.
You put your house on Bo Nickel, you get free Chick-fil-A that night.
Yeah. You guys want dinner or do you guys want to be homeless?
We're eating on the house tonight, boys.
That's true. It's
I
on
want
the
to have
house.
24 grand so I can try to get us a second order.
Yeah. Yeah. Make that a large fry.
Did you see what he said about that being the highest favorite ever?
What?
Said still good value
Did he actually?
or
Ooh.
something like that. Yeah.
Sorry
Jeez.
to interrupt.
Yeah.
Northwestern just fired Pat Fitzgerald.
Really?
Yeah, 4 minutes ago, according to ESPN,
Really?
because of the hazing allegations.
No shit.
Dang.
Yeah.
Man.
There goes Northwestern. Not like they're going to be any good, but
Right.
Well, maybe Michigan State won't be the worst team in the Big this year.
that's true.
That's cool.
That's true.
Larry Nassar got stabbed in prison.
Saw that critical condition.
Oh,
Hopefully he succumbs.
I saw stable. I saw stable condition, but they didn't know how severe it could be. I don't know.
My thing was also from Butt Crack Sports, so I don't know how accurate it was. I get fooled by that guy every single day on Twitter.
Dude, I do too. Dame Lillard to the Nets last night. I'm like, no fucking way. Pull it up, Butt Crack Sports.
Yeah,
Damn it.
he's got a good thing going over there.
He does.
And you can't not like him with that name either.
Oh, absolutely.
Wyatt, I don't know if the guy on the Potathon could have hated me anymore.
Yeah, he was not a fan.
I was like, God damn it. Ethan,
Yeah.
as soon as we hop on, he's like, oh no, I'm a Raiders fan. I thought it was an Ohio State shirt though. I like Wyatt's Michigan. And I was like, fuck.
Well, I'm a Chiefs fan and an Ohio State fan. So.
Yeah. And then he was like, oh God. Oh, I hate that.
Well, you got the last laugh, Mr. Super Bowl champion.
That's true. I'd much rather be a Chiefs fan than a Raiders fan right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think I'd ever want to be a Raiders fan.
No. You have to be
No,
like
no.
in the over under
We're-
being stabbed 2.5 times. You have to be the over.
You have
Just
to
an
wear a
interesting
roller costume to the game, though, and not look like a complete weird ass.
Yeah, they probably have the craziest looking fans, I would say.
Yeah.
And now they moved to Vegas.
Yeah,
True.
doesn't help their fan base, I don't think.
Not one bit.
Just as many crazies over there.
Yes.
Might get slapped by or no. Never mind. I was gonna say you might get slapped by Britney Spears, but that was the other way around.
She got slapped.
That was crazy too.
That
Yeah.
girl's going through rough times, man.
She's seen better days, that's for sure.
She has.
She should have sold her soul to the Illuminati.
Yeah, well, Zoe
Maybe she did.
101. Her and her.
At least-
She has.
At least she wasn't able to poke Wimby on the back because that might have been a career ender for him.
There you go. You see his little stupid band-aid on his face because he got scratched. Little bitch.
I can't with that guy. I can't with that dude.
I just want to see frickin' Embiid dunk on him, or Jokic, or even Giannis, because Giannis bulked up. We probably would have said the same thing about Giannis back when he first got into the league. But there's no way Wemby is going to bulk up like Giannis did. There's no way.
Yeah, watching Wemby and Chet Holmgren go at each other is gonna be like two stick figures. Like
Yeah.
a stick figure
Did you
drawing.
see ESPN's post on Chet? Like Chet putting that work in the offseason and he's like 195 and now he's like 203. They're like, okay, man, he's also 7'2", 203 pounds. I'm 5'10", 205. Like,
What, he had a big breakfast that morning?
yeah. Also, I also need to make a video, like a TikTok or something about NBA talking about the summer, you know, the guys are in the lab getting to it, and it's just like a guy just shooting baskets in his like driveway. Like, yeah, LeBron's in the lab. He's like, no, he's just shooting a fucking basketball. Like, what
I
are we
would
talking
also-
about here?
I would love to be in the lab every day.
Yeah,
Shooting hoops.
he's doing like 6 jumping jacks. Oh, LeBron's in the lab. Is he?
It reminds
You
me.
can- Go for it,
ahead,
Ben.
It
No,
just
I'm-
reminds me of oh god, what's his name? It was like Charles Barkley on Kelvin Benjamin. Like he's one Popeye's biscuit away from playing O-line. Like he's just one Zion Williams with the Popeye 3-piece away from a career bye-bye.
Yeah.
Honestly. I just saw probably 20 minutes before we got on here that Andre Drummond was like giving a speech to, I don't know, high school team or something about how you just always have to give 100% and like be that guy on the bench, the locker room guy. And he said he went from being $100 million guy a year to a league minimum guy, which is $953,000. So I'm like, that's like us going from like $80K a year to $800 a year.
Yeah.
And like obviously, I mean, just shy of $1 million is still a ton of money, but that's I don't know. It's just kind of weird to think about, like, how life-changing that is to drop 99%.
Well,
of
that's
what you
why we see guys go broke so fast because they buy a $40 million house and then the next year they're getting paid league minimum, or they could be getting paid league. Like there's not a whole lot of security in professional sports.
No.
So you you make a shitload of money, but if you also blow it like an idiot, which some of them do, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Or you could put 10 million into a savings account at bare minimum interest and still make 100 grand a year doing nothing. But that's too complex.
Right. Can't drive that around.
No.
Guys, you got anything else for the live?
Julio Rodriguez. I did sprinkle Rosarina, and then I just added Garcia, all outrights to win the Derby. Starting 54 minutes. Eastern
I
time.
believe an hour and 24 minutes. Could be wrong, though.
Is it 8:20?
8:30. That's at least what DraftKings.
8:30. Good math.
The line's locked. But
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. DraftKings says today at 8:30.
I give you a worst bets guarantee that it'll be maybe one of those three.
Wow.
So
Outstanding.
take that with what you will.
Who was the
worst
third?
bets guarantee.
Garcia.
What? Garcia,
Rodriguez?
Rosarina, and Rodriguez.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Even though Rosarina doesn't fit the weight requirement.
And Yep. At least they'll have a contender in the second round.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
Well, that's good for this episode, guys. Make sure you guys head over to bettergreen.com. Like these guys are just reading the article, man. We got a lot out there. Last week too, I want to shout this out real quick. Our MMA article, 5-1.
We need to get him on the show.
I've been trying to set that up. I've been trying to get that set up. And I know
if we could just get like a UFC 101, like explain it to me like I'm 5.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah. Hey,
Right.
I'll try to get him on here. We'll either have him on the live or maybe just a standalone episode.
Yeah.
That'd be good. That
Yeah,
guy knows
that'd
what
be
he's talking about.
Yeah, you just said 5-1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some 0-3 NASCAR night.
I haven't hit a golf bet this year, so make sure you check that out because UFC is going to become a pretty big sport these next couple of weeks on the weekends.
Yeah.
For me at least. Will I watch a fight? No, because I'm not paying $100 for pay-per-view, but I'll bet on it.
Yeah. You can go to Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's true.
Yeah. Also, a little preview: the Veteran Green Boys might dabble in the pack opening here pretty soon, so be on the lookout.
I'm gonna come in. Wyatt, he's been playing it coy. He doesn't want to pat his back as much as he should. But Wyatt has got an engineering degree, and he has built a functional time machine. So we're going to be going into the future to give you guys this week coming up on, I believe on Friday. We'll come back and we're going to discuss about what we saw and how this season ended. So you guys will know exactly who to draft.
Patty Mahomes.
I cried.
I
cried like a baby.
I did a test run of the time machine yesterday. Not good. Not good.
Chiefs actually finished last in the division.
Well, yeah, when you start 0-1 to the Lions, it's tough to rebound from that.
That's true.
Well,
That's
Mahomes
true.
got
That's season
taken
ender.
out by Hutchinson. Hutch. And then we had Blaine Gabbert the rest of the season. I believe that's who it is. I can't remember. I couldn't see through all the tiers, so I couldn't see the name on the jersey.
We're still, I need to fix some kinks and stuff in that time machine to get a full picture. But yes, it should be ready this Friday.
I thought Andy Reid played a half at quarterback from his pump, pass, and kick days.
Ethan's giving away too much now. You guys need to tune in on Friday to get all the details. Besides that, head over to Better Green, read our articles. Make sure you guys buy our draft guide if you have any interest in winning your fantasy championship this year. Make sure you buy it. It's only $10 until Friday. Until Friday, it goes up to 20. So this is the week you can get it for 50% off. So get it now. And besides that, we'll see you guys on Thursday for another betting episode and a big announcement also. So make sure you guys tune in to Thursday. All right, guys. See you later.
We'll see you guys. Thanks.
See you, boys.